Good day, guys. This is Dan. Welcome to another episode of Cryptolite. Today, we are going to talk about Qash, spelled with a capital Q, who is currently the most ambitious upcoming exchange platform project. In fact, this project sounds almost too good to be true. However, if it can take off, it can easily 10x or 20x your investments this year. The big news is that Qash is going to be launched very soon, so should you invest in this coin, keep watching to find out. What is Qash? Qash is the transaction currency currently used on the Coin platform, Coin spelled with a capital Q as well. To understand Qash, you have to know the company behind it as well as the platforms that it will be used on. The mother company of Qash is Coin. Coin is a leading fintech company founded in 2014 that provides trading and exchange using blockchain technology. They have already launched two crypto exchanges, CoinNext and Crypto, since 2014. CoinNext is their crypto fiat gateway and Cryptos is their crypto exchange. So it's something like Coinbase and GDEX relationship. CoinNext is currently the number 8 biggest on the current exchange with a trading volume of over 12 billion annually, and it's also the second biggest non-transaction fee exchange. So it's a very big and successful exchange. Coin is also the first cryptocurrency exchange to be fully regulated, officially licensed under the Japan Financial Services Agency in September 2017. So they are very big on following regulations, which is important, and we will come to that later. Now, Coin is attempting to launch its third and biggest exchange in 2018 called the Liquid platform. The Liquid platform is the most ambitious crypto exchange project currently. It aims to provide liquidity to crypto. Currently, crypto is what we would call illiquid currency, meaning if I need to exchange in and out of crypto to fiat, it is costly and slow. For example, if I have a small altcoin that I want to cash out, for example, Tether token, I would first have to convert it to a common token like Bitcoin before transferring it to a fiat currency gateway like Coinbase, and wait for the inter-exchange transfer as well as the bank transfer times. My overall transactions would cost anywhere between 5 to 10% of my original tokens amount. And imagine if I was transferring a large amount of money like $10 million. A transaction fee of 5 to 10% would be 500,000 to 1 million, and that would simply be considered unacceptable. But that is what is happening in the crypto world at the moment. We lack liquidity. Liquid platform, as its name suggests, aims to solve this problem by creating a world book, which is a multi-market order book that aggregates the orders of various liquidity sources into a single highly tradable book. In other words, what they are trying to do, or the World Book is trying to achieve, is to cooperate with other exchanges to pool all their orders into one big pool so that people can directly exchange any currencies between any of these exchanges. So for example, if I have a small altcoin on Gate.io exchange, I would be able to directly exchange it for NEO on Binance, or even better still, I can directly exchange my small altcoin for USD through a Coinbase exchange. The World Book comprises of two order books held up by three-pillar technology. The two order books are the internal order book, which is the book where you place your orders, example Bitcoin to USD exchange, and the external aggregate order book is the book which collects all the orders from across the world and it sorts it out to present itself to the internal order book. So for example, if I wanted to do a Bitcoin USD exchange and someone across the world wanted to sell a Bitcoin Yen exchange from Japan, the external order book would pick that up, process it, and present it to the internal order book in the relevant context. So I would see the purchase as Bitcoin USD in USD pricing, and the Japanese seller would see the price in Bitcoin Yen in Yen pricing. The three technologies that make it possible for Liquid platform to do such exchanges are first the matching engine, the second cross-currency conversion engine, and the third technology, smart order routing. The matching engine is a technology that is built from scratch by Coin and is capable of processing millions of transactions per second. So already it is one of the most advanced matching engine in the industry. It is also architected to be hyper-scalable and built to match across both centralized and decentralized exchanges. So this is impressive. The cross-currency conversion engine is what converts most currencies almost instantaneously. It's very powerful. It can match not only across fiat, that means from the Bitcoin USD to the Bitcoin Yen example, but it can also cross fiat, which means if I could match from an Ether and Europe currency to a Bitcoin and Singapore dollar currency. Okay, this insane matching, okay, allows for liquidity sources from multiple places that are not normally matched to be matched. So basically creating almost unparalleled liquidity. The third technology, which is their smart order routing or SOR, aims to maintain low latency real-time feeds for all major exchanges across the world. So when there is no match available for my order on the internal order book, it is the smart order routing that will automatically route the orders to search for matches on other exchanges in the currency in the order of priority. Now, one of the most impressive points about this project to me is that they have already completed the core product development. So everything that we're talking about here, they have already developed it. Okay, a lot of the tech to start with is already very similar to tech that is used on the stock market. And furthermore, they already have two functioning platforms, one of which is very successful. So in terms of tech, for this project and what they aim to achieve, it's definitely achievable, and a large part of it has already been achieved. Which is why when we look at the roadmap later on, we will see that their beta is due to launch in early April, but the actual launch, not the beta, the actual launch of the platform is due in May or June, so only 1 to 2 months later, very short time later. That's possible because their tech is already very advanced in the development stage. It is also worth knowing that such platforms that kind of consolidate all the orders from various exchanges already does exist in the stock market. So it's only a matter of time before it does hit the crypto world. In fact, the crypto world is desperately in need of it because fiat currency exchanges in the world currently has a daily trade volume of $6 to $8 billion. And that is with only 157 different currencies. In the crypto world currently, we have a trading volume today is sitting at $13 billion with over 1,000 currencies. And yet we don't have such a service that can consolidate all the orders in the book to provide liquidity. So it's crazy, you know. So crypto really lacks this liquidity factor. It's a big problem, and Coin is trying to be the first solution to this problem in the market. Now, if all of that was not enough to impress you, Coin has another card up its sleeve. Besides being an exchange that boosts liquidity, Liquid Platform also has several special features, the first of which is Prime Brokerage. Prime Brokerage in financial world is a special set of services that the exchange will provide for its big customers. So we're talking about industrial investors. Liquid Platform will offer 3 offerings as its Prime Brokerage, mainly direct market access, which means the fastest and best execution, fiat management, which is fiat transfer optimization, and credit facility, which is allowing the users to borrow either user fiat or crypto as collateral for enhanced trading opportunities. Other unique services that they are going to offer include automated trading service. So users can select from a published set of algorithmic strategies to help in their trading. Or they can even write their own strategies and offer it to others to use at a fee. And everything's going to be out in the open. So you can look at the various strategies that people are posting. And if you see that a person is using that particular strategy to earn quite a bit of money and you like it, you can apply to use his strategy and you give him a fee for doing that. Again, this is real technology that is currently used in the stock market exchanges, but crypto exchanges have not yet offered it. So we are lacking a lot of features that the financial market has, but over the next few years, we will see more and more such features coming into new exchanges. The other day, we were just talking about next offering a marginal trading. So that's another feature that crypto world is not familiar with, but the financial stock market was very familiar with. The other special tools, well, not so special tools, but tools that they have will include trading tools. So this is not novel, but we all appreciate an exchange that provides good trading analysis tools. The last thing to mention, which I have read in multiple posts on social media, but I couldn't find anything in their white paper about, is that Qash is rumored to run off proof of stake. So that's great. We like proof of stake because it's passive income. If I'm a token holder, I just stake it and I get a dividend or interest that comes in. So I will post more about this when I do find information about it. But apparently the rumor said that it's only going to be released, news of this is only going to be released in June of this year. Now looking at the team is a very experienced team with a total of over 250 years of experience in the field. Their resume includes previous working experience at Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Credit Suisse, Citigroup, Barclays, UBS, ANZ, Union Bank, Wells Fargo Bank, Bloomberg, PricewaterhouseCoopers, SoftBank Bank, Samsung, Singtel, Mitsubishi, Anderson Consulting, AirAsia, and more. They've also got experience in Forex, Forex IT, algos, equity trading systems, and fixed income currencies and commodities, FICC, all combined with expertise in internet and mobile technology. So enough said. This is not a young team. This is a very mature and experienced team, and it's certainly a team that inspires confidence. Their directors and investors are just as impressive, if not more impressive. One of them is Masaki Tanaka, who is Senior Global Advisor of PricewaterhouseCoopers currently and former Representative Director of Mitsubishi and the former Board Director of Morgan Stanley. Okay, other people on their board include Koh Boon Wee, who is the former chairman of Singapore Telecom Group and former chairman of Singapore Airlines, as well as David Katz, who is the former deputy head of global government relationships for PayPal, the former vice president of Visa, and the former executive office of the president of the United States. And the list goes on. So this is one of those heavyweight teams on the blockchain world at the moment. Not on their website but listed in their social media is that they are currently partnered with 15 crypto exchanges, the big two being Bitfinex and Binance. Alright, now after all of that, we finally talk now about the title of this video, which is the Qash token itself. Qash is the token that Coin is going to use for all services on all its exchange platforms. Example, trading fees, credit collateral, trading strategies, etc. It is also going to be offered as a crypto for use by companies who are keen to enter the blockchain as a tradable crypto token. Okay, and they've already started discussions with several companies, although the names have not yet been revealed. Token owners will also receive periodic promotions, discounted fees, preferential access to new products, services, and opportunities to invest in future ICOs, token sales that Coin will help to launch. Currently, Qash token is a ERC20 token, but they aim to launch their own platform in 2019. So that's probably where the new ICOs, investment opportunities, will come from in the future. So it seems like there is going to be an exponential increase in the use of the token, which is great for pricing and investors. Now this is their roadmap, and we are here at the moment. On their roadmap, it says that the direct market access beta will happen in first quarter of this year, but yesterday they had an AMA in which their CEO announced that the worldbook beta will be released in the first week of April. So it's just literally right after the first quarter. I'll give it to them as the first quarter. And the fully live platform is due to be released in May or June. So even though here it says second quarter, we're really looking at the start to the mid of the second quarter. So a little bit ahead of schedule, which is always nice. Other things to look forward to this year include direct market access, prime brokerage, the mobile phone launch, the mobile phone app launch, which is not on the roadmap but was announced again yesterday at the AMA. And the roadmap is quite a long roadmap that goes into the third quarter of next year, and it includes the launching of the Qash blockchain in the second quarter and the full banking license in the third quarter. So a lot of things happening. They have been keeping on track with their roadmap. It's great to see. And look, in general, I'm loving this project. But I do have some concerns that I want to raise before ending in a price prediction. My first concern is that Qash is the currency used on the exchange platforms, but the current discount that they are offering is 5% discount. In comparison, Binance offers a 50% discount if you use Binance tokens to pay for the transaction fees. So as an individual user, Binance sounds a whole lot more attractive, and I'll just go with whichever exchange is the cheapest. Even if Qash has the advantage of having a fiat gateway, What I'll do is I'll do my 10 crypto to crypto exchanges on Binance and move it over for that one crypto to fiat exchange when I want to cash out my fiat. But I'll be using Binance a lot more because of that. But that being said though, I think that my impression is that cash fees are tailored for industrial investors. And if you're talking about 10 million, 100 million, 5% of the transaction fees is a lot. So looking at their setup and features, I just get the feeling they're really aiming more for industrial investors rather than individual investors. They still open it for individual investors who want to jump on board and take advantage of the liquidity, but I think they are really targeting the big boys. My second point is more of a philosophical point. Technically, what Cash or Liquid platform is trying to do is really to centralize crypto exchanges. So this actually goes against the core blockchain goal of decentralizing, which is not a problem for me, but we've seen the crypto community's reaction to such projects. Example, to Ripple, a lot of slam, I guess, for being a centralized stance. So I hope that we don't see the same reaction with Cash. Thirdly, I must say that their white paper, even though it's a very long white paper, the description of the tech in there is very superficial. It's more descriptive than exploratory. I understand the reasons of this is because a lot of their technology was built from scratch, and so for proprietary reasons, they're not revealing the details in the white paper. So I don't blame them, but some people might criticize them for not being very transparent. But again, I think we should try and understand where they're coming from, and this is not a negative point for me, just something worth noting. Now, what I am a little unhappy about with them is this. On their website and in their white paper, they try to market themselves as being a very safe investment, saying that because their tech is already developed, they are a very safe investment. Okay, so they show this graph when it's called the Valley of Death, and they say that because they have product development and they have market fit, they are past the risky point and they have now become a safe investment. What they don't point out, which I believe is intentional and I don't really like, is that the success of this particular project is more than just product development or market fit. There are two other very, very important factors that will make or break this project. And that is one, government regulations, and number two, partnerships with other crypto exchanges. So in the AMA yesterday, their own CEO admitted that currently they are definitely aligned with Japan's regulation, but he's unsure about the US, and they are still in negotiations with other Asian countries like Malaysia and Philippines, etc. So they're planning to attend a G20 summit in Asia soon to build more partnerships. But basically, there is still a lot of work in progress, not a lot of definite partnerships with governments yet. Without these government partnerships or getting past the government regulations, they cannot host a fiat gateway for that currency. So even though they're boasting that is one of the core features to attract people to use their platform, they don't have permission to have those fiat gateways yet. Each country has its own regulations, and big countries like the US and China are really going to be a pain in the ass to get past those regulations. Coin knows this and they are working hard on it. And when you ask them directly, they will admit it. But on their website and white paper, they deliberately paint a picture that covers the weakness, just showing off only their strengths to portray themselves as a safe investment, ignoring or covering up the weak points, hoping that people will notice it. And this, I think, is a little bit sneaky. The other thing for them to have a successful world book is that they need the corporations of many exchanges. The small exchanges won't be hard to win over because they will benefit the most from sharing books, even more than Coin itself. It is the big exchanges that Coin will have to win over. Currently, this is the list of the top 10 exchanges by volume. OKEx is the biggest, which is surprising to me because I thought Binance was still the biggest. But OKEx is biggest, Binance is second, Bitfinex is third, Huobi, Bitstamp, Upbit, Kraken, GDEX, HitBTC, Bitstamp. So these are the top 10. And Coin currently has partnerships with number 2 and 3, Binance and Bitfinex, which is great, but that's only 2 out of the top 10. And we haven't even gone off to Bitzak, Bitflyer, Bittrex, and the rest who are just under the top 10. So while they have partnerships with number 2 and 3, it may not be enough just yet to give them the volume that they need to have that kind of liquidity that they are boasting of. With the beta due in 3 weeks and the actual launch, not the beta, but the actual launch due within the next 3 months, it's still left to see how many big exchange partnerships they can build by then. And all of this is going to be crucial to whether the project breaks or makes. So these are the concerns I would have if I was personally going to be investing in Qash. Okay, rounding up, let's talk a little bit about price prediction. Currently, Qash is sitting at 67 cents. Their opening price in the market in November was 48 cents. And their all-time high in January was $2.30. So this is certainly quite an attractive buy-in price, I must say. Binance market cap currently is about 800 million, and theirs is sitting about 234 million. So if they catch up to Binance, they will likely see a 3.5 to 4x growth. So that's 350 to 400% growth if they catch up to Binance. In truth, I think that if they can pull off what they are promising, which is even bigger exchange, better exchange than Binance, okay, 10 to 20x gains in 12 months is very, very possible. Personally, for me, if I was considering to buy into Qash, I would consider 2 factors right now. The first is the general market condition. Just 2 days ago, the crypto world rocked because it was revealed that one of the Mt. Gox trustee had been intentionally driving the market down by selling over 400 million of Bitcoin. So whales are real, they're not rumors, they are real, and one of them was discovered. 400 million of Bitcoin is like 10% of the world's market cap currently. So this whale still has over 1.8 billion of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash combined that he wants to sell. But the matter is currently with the courts on whether or not he can. So we don't know if he's going to sell and cause a market crash. If the courts say that he can sell, the whole market is going to crash. So personally, I'm not going to put any more market into the crypto market until that news clears up and I know for sure whether or not he is going to be allowed to continue to sell that amount of Bitcoin. Secondly, I would like to hear some further positive news about partners and government regulation clearance before buying into Qash. Now, the price might go up with each of these news and I wouldn't be getting as good a position as I would now, but at least I would feel a lot more assured that the project is going to work out in the next few months. Because if they launch and they haven't cleared all those regulations and they can't deliver what they promised, then the price is going to fall and I don't want to be on that boat. So that's it, guys. Those are my thoughts on Qash. As always, I'm not a professional financial advisor and this is not financial advice, just my thoughts on my own crypto journey. So please do your own homework and make your own decisions. On the whole, I want to say that I really like this project and what it's trying to achieve. I think that sooner or later, it will achieve what it's trying to achieve and it will benefit many parties on the blockchain. So I really wish this project and everyone who's investing in it all the best. Before I end, just speaking about crypto exchanges, as a follow-up from our next video a few days ago, just a gentle reminder that the whitelist of the next ICO, which is a Neo Exchange Platform project, is opening tomorrow on the 12th of March. So if you are considering getting into that ICO, make sure you sign up for the whitelist. You will still have 3 more weeks to decide if you want to invest, and a lot of things can happen in the crypto space, especially in the next 3 weeks. But if you're on the whitelist, at least the option is there when the time comes. But if you're not on the whitelist, you can't invest even if you want to later on. So if you're interested, make sure you sign up for that whitelist. And look, there are so many good projects on the blockchain right now. There's Qash, there's Nix, there's so many other good projects that we've been covering. We're really, really spoiled for choice. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope this review was helpful for you. If you like this video, please give us a like and a subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment and tell us what you think, as well as let us know if you have any coins or topics that you would like us to review. This is a requested coin review, and tomorrow we will do another requested coin review. So keep it coming, guys. We love to get your requests because we love to make videos that we know are relevant to you guys. So I hope you all had a great weekend. Have an awesome Monday wherever you are, and we will catch you again tomorrow. Peace.